Hey everybody, it's Alex the Hunted here, and I've just changed my set for where I do my, this is where I'm going to be doing my serious reviews for films and games now. I'm actually kind of ripping off Scottish Warrior actually, because I'm in my bedroom, wall right next to me, and I'm even sitting on my bed. So I just need some pictures behind me and I'm completely ripping it off. So this is basically so you people know which kind of review it is, because if it's the review when I do a scripted reviews, it's going to be like that, and if I do the serious reviews, it's going to be like this. So anyway, to the two movies I saw last week, and one the other day and the other was last week, and I'll get to the one I saw with the one I saw the other day, which I think you all know which one it's going to be. But this video is going to be a review of Paranormal Activities 4, which I saw last week, and I've never really been a huge fan of the Paranormal Activities franchise. I mean, the first two I thought were boring, and the third one I kind of liked, because they went, okay, we know what's going to happen, you know what's going to happen, let's just go mad. The fourth one, well, you know in the trailers how they've been saying, it's all been leading up to this, the epic conclusion, and it's not. They lie. In fact, this one raises more questions than answers, it just basically sets up Paranormal Activities 5. And it's a bad movie, really, because there's just so many things where it doesn't become a found footage movie anymore, it just becomes a normal horror movie, because there's just so many things where, where you just have to buy it, and you go, actually no, not a normal person, which this is supposed to be, being haunted, would never do this, and it would never happen like that. I mean, what have we got? Actually, there is one character I like in this movie, and that is the boyfriend of the girl in this movie. He's actually quite a nice guy, and he's basically the person who decides to have fun with us at first, but then goes, actually this is pretty serious, and then gets killed, because everyone dies in a Paranormal Activities movie. We know the formula. Which, he's a nice character, and actually, to be fair, the acting in this movie is quite good. It's just, the characters are really stupid. I mean, really dumb stupid. This is slasher film stupidness, where you go, no, don't do that. It's basically where you're screaming at the people, you dumb, stupid ass motherfucker, you are going to die now. Fuck it, you deserve to die, go and die. And sure enough, it happens. But really, for the fourth movie, it's the fourth movie in the franchise, so we know what's going to happen. So if they're going to scare us, they're going to have to do something new. And they don't. They do pretty much all the jump scares, and all the scares in this movie are jump scares, but I'll get into that later. All the scares in this movie, we've seen done before, and they've been done in the Paranormal Activities movie, or another found footage movie, or which is all, I'm not a fan of found footage, because they're pretty much all jump scare, jump scare, jump scare, throughout the whole movie. And it's really, a jump scare is the laziest form of trying to scare someone, because you're not scaring them, you're just catching them, you're just startling them, basically. Just doing that isn't a scare, where someone goes, ah! For a second, that's not a scare. That's just startling someone. And for people who say those films are scary, they're not. They're startling. They're not scary. South Park put it best, where they go, oh, I'm so startled. The South Park episode where they take the mick out of Cloverfield, that is basically the state found footage is in now, actually, where you go, actually, that makes a lot of sense. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, and none of the scares in this movie are original. None of them. They do nothing new. And actually, they hold back a bit, because they've got to try and sell this film to a more wider audience. So if it actually did some more ballsy kills and moves in this film, I would probably like it more, because there's this one scene where this the mom of the young girl she's preparing food, and of course it's being recorded because she's following the recipe on her laptop, and all the laptops, and I think there are about 5 or 6 laptops in this house, all top of the range, all mint condition, all running fantastically. I'll get to that. She's following the recipe, and it's obviously recording her because it's actually the boyfriend set all the cameras on the computer to record all the time. I'll get to that later. But anyway, she's chopping up some, I think it's some carrots, or I don't really know, it's some vegetable, and she turns away and the knife lifts up into the ceiling, and she turns around and the knife's disappeared. Now, she does the thing where she does the dumb mum, where she just looks around a bit and then never brings it up. Never asks anyone, never says, hey, did you see that knife, my chopping knife? I was cutting with it and it's now suddenly gone. Never happens. She just leaves it and never brings it up again. And actually, for a jump scare with the knife, what they do is a warrant jump scare, and it's built up because it happens 20 minutes later. The knife comes back when the father is trying to turn off the laptop, and it keeps on turning itself back on, but still recording, even though he turns it off, but it's still recording. That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, he tries to turn it off again, and as soon as he just moves his hand, the knife goes bang! Really forced down into the, I don't know, into the computer or the desk, or onto the table, I'm not really sure, but anyway, it just goes bang, and then it's real force because the knife goes, and now that did warrant jump scare, but you know what I was actually wanting them to do? Was actually when he's looking into the camera, and this would have been a real ballsy thing though, if the knife came down and went straight through his face. That would have been so ballsy, and that would have been a warranted scare actually, because you would have not have seen it coming. He's like just looking there and then the knife just comes through his face. That would be brilliant, and that just shows that this Toby demon, it's not really gonna, the demon Toby, is out here to kill you. But none of the scares are real, well, are original. Oh! They do a cat scare. They have a pet cat in this, and they do the thing where the cat knocks the camera. Oh! You're just looking out there, and then the cat knocks the camera. It's like, oh! Apparently that's scary to people. They do the animal scare, which is, no! That's the lowest form of a jump scare, and a jump scare's already low. Then, what else? Oh, the ghost. Well, actually, this movie's a bit confusing for actually how many ghosts there are in this film, because there's this one scene where there's a young boy, I think he's about 7 or 8, something like that, or maybe 6. Can't remember his age. Goes downstairs and they have an infrared camera set up, which has the Kinect, which again I'll get to that. Which has the Kinect running with they have the night vision thing on with so they can see all the sensor dots all around the room. And you see the kid walk up, and he just walks up there, he looks up and he starts talking to someone. But also behind him we see the outline of like a ghost. Now I'm confused, so who was, we know that the demon name is Toby, so who was the little kid talking to? Was he talking to Toby? Was he talking to another ghost? How many ghosts have we got now in this franchise? Because we know Toby, we know he's a demon or ghost or whatever, so that's understandable. But why? What's the ghost behind him? Who is he talking to? Doesn't really make much sense. But oh yes, the Kinect. So the product placement in this movie, this film is basically an advert for the Kinect and Pepsi. Oh, and Apple Macs. Because one of the computers that the kid owns, the kid is about 8 and he owns an Apple Mac. But they explain it because the girl who's about 15, she's got a new computer, but she had a Mac before, so she gave the Mac to the little boy, and it's perfectly new and it's absolutely perfect. But they don't just say, oh, why does he have a Mac? the boyfriend goes, "Oh wait, why does he have an Apple Mac Pro?" So they might have well have gone. Actually, I've got my laptop right here. And I go, pretend this is a an Apple. Because why does he? So instead of going, why does he have a Mac? He goes, why does he have an Apple Mac Pro with built-in surround sound speakers and 4.1 digital picture? I don't know computers, so don't quote me on this. Which has a running time of about a battery life running time of about 90 minutes. Also, and a nice price of under $1,000. All this and more could be in this MacBook Pro. Why didn't they just do that instead of going? Because that's such blatant product placement. They don't just go. Like I said, they don't just go, "Oh, why has he got a Mac?" They go, "Why does he have an Apple MacBook Pro?" Product placement. Although, actually, wait, no. The Pepsi have the one bit of fake outs. The fake out in movies. The boyfriend's in the house by himself, and he doesn't live in the house. He just walks into the house. And he opens the fridge and he's on the phone to his girlfriend. And when he's finished on the phone, you hear this. This sounds a lot like a neck being snapped, but actually he's just opened a Pepsi can, which actually is quite clever. It's actually quite clever, but he's holding a Pepsi can so you can see the Pepsi logo right in the camera. So he's basically going, "Ah," like that. There's a lot of it takes you out of the movie with product placement, doesn't it? Especially if it's a horror film. Product placement kind of takes you out of a horror movie, especially when you're supposed to believe that this is real. But the Kinect is the biggest one because we spend about half an hour focusing on the Kinect. And oh, yes, this is brilliant. Toby, you know how on the Xbox you can make your own avatar, like your own digital me, like you can on the Nintendo Wii. Well, the Phantom, Toby, has an avatar when he's playing Kinect Boxing. We actually see it. He's like, "Oh, is this your imaginary friend Toby?" And it's actually got the big black eyes, and it's white skinned. It's got like really bleached white skin. It's got big pupil eyes, and that's in boxing. Like that's not scary. That's hilarious. So the Phantom Toby, instead of possessing kids, which he apparently does, it's really confusing. But instead of doing that, he likes playing the Kinect. Phantoms like playing your Kinect. Buy the Xbox Kinect. It doesn't. That's hilarious. Not terrifying. What else? There's a lot of... Oh, yes. And now we come to the biggest problem I have with this movie. We have dumb people syndrome in this movie. In so many accounts of it. So I'll start off at the start of the film. You see the kid playing football, and then we come with a girl's recording it, which explains why she's recording that scene. Other scenes, you go, stop recording, do stuff. Recording it is less important than actually getting out alive. But anyway, she's recording the football match, and she looks over, and there's like this other kid, just standing there. And immediately when you see it, it's like, yeah, that's a demon kid. As soon as you see him, it's like, yep, he's possessed. There's no mystery about this. He is a demon child. But instead of like bringing it up to the family, it's like, oh well. And then he disappears. Like she looks away, and then he looks back, and then he's gone. It does that thing. And instead of bringing it up, she just goes, nah. Which, okay, first time's good, is okay. Then the boyfriend trying to have sex with a 15-year-old girl. And it raises a lot of moral questions, this movie does. And actually we see a... Actually, wait, I'll get to the other morally questionable thing that happens with a young child in this movie. It basically goes into this climbing frame. It's not a treehouse. It says it's a treehouse, but it needs to have a tree to be a treehouse. It's a climbing frame. Anyway, they walk into the treehouse, and that kid is there. He's just standing there again, looking like a demon, just standing there going, "I am the devil. I am the devil. I am the devil. I am the devil." Well, pardon me. He doesn't actually go, I'm the devil, but he's basically standing there and you go, yep, possessed, he's possessed. So he's there, and then they just shrug that off because he lives next door to the girl who's possessed from the first movie. And again, I'll get to that. I'm saying that a lot, but she walks across over there, and then that same night, this ambulance turns up and takes the girl from the first movie away, because it's never really explained what happens to her, but she's just taken away. And they have the kids sleep over while their mum's in hospital because he has nowhere else to go. Pardon me. I seem to be burping a lot. It's a demon. I've got a demon inside me. So the kid is basically going, spending the whole time he's there being as creepy as fuck. But they never bring it up. They just shrug it off all the time. Like the one time where oh god, what was it? Oh yeah, the kid every night goes into the 15-year-old girl's room. I don't think the actress is 15-year-old, but we're meant to believe she is 15-year-old. And he basically goes into a room and then stares at her for a couple of hours. Obviously, to speed up the footage, but stares at her for a couple of hours and then gets into bed and starts feeling her up. Basically, she's basically just lying there, and you just see this hand come over and go. I expect that's a 6-year-old, and it's a 6, 7, 8-year-old, whatever. Which again, morally questionable, but still. But it basically makes, but again, doesn't bring it up. Doesn't tell. She goes to her mom and goes. She goes to him and was like, you know, he's sleeping with me. You know, he keeps on coming into my room sleeping with me. And the mum goes, oh well, his mum's just in a hospital, so he's a bit lonely. He wants company. Okay, that's fair enough. But when he keeps on doing it, and actually if you show your mum the footage where he doesn't just get in bed with you, he stares at you for an hour, that would bring up questions. But no, they just shrug it off. Oh, that's just normal. You can't keep on using that excuse. Anyway, I'm getting very sidetracked. But then it does the thing where she comes downstairs because she hears a noise. She brings a camera with her, recording it all the time, and actually she's basically doing like that. And she looks at the chandelier and it's shaking, and you know what's going to happen. That chandelier isn't going to fall, but there's going to be one closer to her that just falls right on top of her. And it does, and it doesn't scare you. And she looks up, and the creepy little demon kid is up there, and he runs away, screaming. He doesn't like you watching him. Fair enough. Whatever. That makes no fucking sense. Then you would just turn off the cameras if he was a demon. Just saying. But if the demon, but then when the parents come home, she's basically with the camera still recording, and she's basically going up into her parents' faces with the camera, going, "Mum, listen to me. The demon child dropped a chandelier, tried to kill me," and all that stuff, and the parents going, "Oh no, it's just because you're at school and you're being a bit stressful. That's all it is. Da 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 da. Blah de blah de blah. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you." Where was I going? I've forgotten. Anyway, yeah, she's basically screaming at her parents, saying, "Look, the kid dropped it on me. I have the camera footage." And they're always going, "Oh no, it's just you stressful. It's just stressful," or something interrupts them, like a phone call or something like that. It's like, I was fully expecting the girl to just stop and scream at the parents, like, "Shut up! Stop doing stuff! And look at this! It is not natural! He tried to kill me! Shut the fuck up!" Never happens. The parents are just bad parents, really bad parents in this movie, but they have an excuse for it because they're having a bit of a marital crisis, which they don't sleep together. That's about it. We never see them really have an argument. They just don't sleep together. Whatever. And so then the demon child just leaves, before the third act starts, and never seen again, never brought up. He just leaves, and that's the end of it. Which leaves a lot of questions. Was he a demon? Was he a ghost? Was he that ghost child that we saw in the Connect? What was he? But then, yeah, I'm going to spoil this movie. And then in the third act, the woman from the first two movies comes back, and she just basically goes, "Fuck it, I'm coming. I'm the demons. I'm possessed. I'm going to fucking kill everyone." So she does. And that's when she kills the mother, and then she kills the boyfriend, and then she kills the father, and then last, of course, they have the girl. They all die in the movie, of course, but apart from the little kid, because apparently the little kid is Hunter, the baby from the second one, but for some reason was adopted by this family in the fourth film, even though he was taken by the demon in the second film. Does that mean she put him up for adoption, had him adopted, then moved into a house next door, possessed another child, just so she can possess the kid again and kill everyone? Why? Why? Never explained. It just raises too many questions. Anyway, she goes around starting killing everyone, and obviously the girl's the last one to get killed, the last one. But does she phone the police? This is how you can simply solve it. Phone the police. You have the video recording. You have the video footage. You can show the police, prove it. All you have to do is phone the police. Does she phone the police? No. She runs across to the creepy house of the demon child next door across the road and gets murdered. You dumb broad. You dumb fucking stupid broad. She's blonde in this movie as well, which doesn't help. She's the dumb blonde in this movie, which... There's just so many stupid moments in this film where you just go, "Oh, you stupid, stupid person, you are going to die now. You deserve to die now for being this fucking stupid." But the thing is though, if you've seen all the trailers, like I said, it says, this is all the answers, everything will be answered. But no, this movie is just basically telling you, wait for Paranormal Activities 5, where we'll tease you and milk this franchise some more. And I'm rambling a bit now, but final verdict: don't watch this movie. Even my friends who I went to see this, who are Paranormal Activities fans, my friend next to me fell asleep. This movie is boring. The first 45 minutes of this movie are so boring. My friend fell asleep beside me. I wanted to join him, but I can't fall asleep during the movie. It's just impossible for me to do. But no matter how bad it is, just don't see this movie. It's the worst of the franchise by far. All it's there to do, and the only reason it was made was because the Paranormal Activity 3 made money. So Paranormal Activity 4 is going to make money. So let's make Paranormal Activities 4 and Paranormal Activities 5 and I bet Paranormal Activities 6. So I'll be doing the same thing next year, where I come along and I just say, next year we'll have the same review from me going, "Here's Paranormal Activities 5, milking a dead cow." If you're going to do a Paranormal Activities movie, the fifth one, you've got to do something original. You've got to make it something, don't set it in a house, set it somewhere else. I don't know, maybe something like a shopping centre. Then you can explain the surveillance, because there's CCTV cameras everywhere in a shopping centre. I don't know, something like that. Don't just keep on expecting us to turn up, and we know what's going to happen, so you've got to do something original to keep us interested. So, don't see Paranormal Activities 4, it's not necessary, it's not needed, it's just a pointless movie. It's very pointless. It's not going to scare you, it's just going to startle you. It's not scary at all. And I think it's time to move on to the next movie I saw, which, so, don't see Paranormal Activities 4, and I'll see you next year for Paranormal Activities 5, Milking a Dead Cow.